To enjoy this and other great episodes on Patreon, check out the link in the description and subscribe via the Black Kluge tier for full access to over 100 exclusive episodes. For those of you who would like some QF swag on Teepublic, t-shirts, magnets, mugs, what have you, also click on the link in the description.
Good question.
What do I do with my foot? Is the point? Because
Well,
I'm home
if you've got on shoes, you peed on your shoes, your socks.
yeah, it's happened. I gotta wipe down with a Clorox wipe everything. So I tried to avoid
So now he's going to truck around the house with pea shoes and pea socks? Great. Fucking awesome. He's a germaphobe. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Not one bit.
Well, it is sterile.
And poor Consuela, who's got to come in and clean up that shit off the floor.
No kidding.
Oh, God. Let's move on. We're done with bodily fluids.
This one is called Norman Not a Fan. Oh, hold on. Norman Reedus. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
Do we need to just play this, or should we play the clip itself? Norman Reedus, John Bernthal.
I would do the Bernthal Reedus clip first.
Okay. Let me just get it.
From their show, yeah.
Okay, let me get at that. We're not going to play the video, guys, even though there is a video on YouTube that they've posted of John Bernthal's podcast, Real Ones, with Norman Reedus. He of Walking Dead fame, and he was also in Blade 2. He was, I think Walking Dead is really where he made his bones and where most people know him from. Also, Boondock Saints. But anyway, they're talking a little bit about, it says the title, if you're looking for it, is Norman Reedus and John Bernthal debate why Howard Stern refuses to invite Norman on the show.
We used to talk about him. What did he say today?
What he said all the time. And like him talking about, like he was like, he like loved the show early on, dude, and it was like the biggest fucking deal in the world. But I think like that's what I like when I did his show. That's what like I was
still won't have me on his show,
dude. I think
don't know why.
I think it's because like his wife's like in love with you, man. That's
not it. Okay,
you talked about that a bunch, bro.
Yeah,
and like I guess
this is what happens, right?
Next to her at a fucking thing, I was like, Normie, what are you fucking?
I didn't
because you don't look at yourself that way. Like I know you for you. You're like fucking Norman, but like. Women like love you and shit,
oh my
bro.
God, this is Beth. I'm gonna sit next to Beth.
Full disclosure, guys, I hate this fucking clip. I hate the two of them talking like two little bitches, and they're cutting each other off. It's really obnoxious. I mean, it really is like the broadcast, but it sucks.
Let it be known for the record that John Bernthal is a short, smarmy twink who is just Wiggy's type, which makes sense why he had him on the show. He also had Negan. Harry Dean Morgan, is that the guy's name? I don't watch the show. Yeah. I'm just drawn off of my pop culture stuff here. And so John made it on the show and Harry Dean made it on the show, but Norman didn't. And you can just tell, like, they talk about him sitting next to Beef at like a movie premiere or some function for cats or something or other.
Right.
And so I think Wiggy mentioned that he talked about it I didn't clip it, I don't think, that Wiggy might have talked about Norman hitting on his wife, or that Beth was a fan of him and did clip that. And so he may have held a grudge that Beefus was talking to Norman without him there.
Yeah.
And so this is what they're discussing.
Okay.
I'm in a happy relationship,
and like I think it was like
I'm a cat fanatic. They sat next to us. We talked about cats maybe 3 minutes. Then the movie started. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
He talked about that for like 2 hours, bro.
I was in tears. I was so bummed.
Yeah, he'll have you on.
He went from like loving me or loving the show rather, and maybe the character a bit, to like he went off, and I was like, no. You know.
The only reason to do that about face about an actor or an actress is if they slighted him, obviously, or if he believes they slighted him.
He's looking, to make himself look good, number one, and number two, it's just like he doesn't want people to know that he shoots down guests. He wants everybody to think it's Bowie, which we'll get into the Blame It on Bowie clip.
Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Play a little more of this.
Like, no, and then you know, I did the Sirius round and Sirius Radio, and you know, it's like fucking an ungodly early morning hour.
It's terrible.
And they're like, so, can you say Norman Reedus and you're listening to the Howard Stern show? And I'm like, hey, I'm Norman Reedus, you know, half awake. And then he played that and he goes, sounds like they got a fucking gun to his head. And I was like, I just can't win with this guy. Like, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, I have a creepy little voice. It's super early in the morning.
Shit, bro. Oh, man.
But yeah.
Okay, so they wax poetic for a while, and then Bernthal goes on. I'm not going to play the whole clip, guys, but John Bernthal goes on.
No, that should be enough.
He goes on about how he went through the lobby of Sirius, and Howard was just talking about his character, and he was watching the show, but he wouldn't go over to talk to him. Howard is probably being escorted by SEAL Team 6, and no one's allowed to talk to him getting escorted. And during that whole thing, I'm surprised they didn't, you know, leg sweep John Bernthal, make sure his face was had a gun on him. Well, Howard was getting
five-finger
through.
death punch. Boom.
Exactly.
Yeah.